Everyone wants to know who was the better trade, Xmithie or Dardoch. And I would have said Dardoch at first because I think he brings this refreshing aggressiveness and this new blood into the CLG lineup that wasn't really there with Xmithie. And honestly, Xmithie I thought would flounder, right? But with Cody Sun coming into his own and Ole building this fantastic synergy with him, I think they can hold their own now in the bot lane. And Pobelter has recently been upping his game, and largely I think this is due to Xmithie's great pressure. And then you have Flame, who has basically just been this beast that's been unlocked by Xmithie that has been restored to his former glory. I mean, they don't call the Flame Horizon for nothing, right? But Xmithie's style wasn't always this gank heavy. It wasn't always this aggressive. And it's because CLG, they preferred to play like this waiting game and to wait for Afromoo and Double Lift in the bot lane to make some crazy play, or simply for Afromoo to just make the calls or plays and then go from there. And CLG was this team that wanted to scale, that wanted to wait for the enemy team to make a large mistake and then capitalize on that. Or they would just overrun the enemy team with their superior macro play and their great objective control. But now Xmithie has this newfound identity, this new personality, this tempered aggression, and he has a great focus for Flame in the top lane that Dardoch just didn't have, right? Dardoch just kind of left him on his own in the top lane island. And I know that Flame, coming into a new country and learning a new culture and language can also be a part of why he's doing better in this second split rather than his first split. But I like to think Xmithie has been a great help with his focus in the top lane. And I think Xmithie, he brings this great veteran status to Immortals that was just missing with Dardoch being on the squad, because Xmithie can bring kind of these old experiences that have worked for him in the past and these old ideas and present them to the Immortals squad and just have everyone meld together under his veteran, accomplishments. And then you have Dardoch, and he's always been this loose cannon, right? He's always been this guy who wants to just 1v5 the enemy team. And CLG, they haven't had someone, that will just go fucking primal on the enemy team, right? And under the guidance of all these veterans, under the guidance of Zix, of Afromoo the mastermind, of Darshan in the top lane with his great macro and teleport plays, his aggression can be tamed by these veterans. I mean, Zix has had experience with, Link, the very passive aggressive mid laner, or Double Lift, the very outspoken AD carry. So I think Dardoch is just really set up well to learn as a League of Legends professional player from all these veterans. And not only that, but to learn how to grow as just a human being in itself. And to encompass these teams, I think Immortals is this new org that needed an outspoken veteran, right? They needed this guy to come in and to implement systems that have previously worked. And this is the chance for Xmithie to kind of mold this team into something that he wants, in a direction that he wants to go. And then you have CLG, which is just kind of an old org that needed a fire under its ass, right? They needed this new blood, and they needed these new fresh ideas to come into the squad. And when you're a veteran, you kind of get stuck in your ways, and when someone new comes onto the squad, not only do you get new ideas, but you also become this teacher to where you learn about yourself as well. because when you're explaining something, you learn the reasons of why you do the things that you do. So all in all, I think Immortals and CLG won, both of the trades, and that no one kind of got the upper hand in this trade. And honestly, I think this might be North America's greatest trade yet.